What's good? What's cracking? And thanks for watching my video, man. I am Nick Danger, and you are now tuned into the Art of MV. I'm here to invite you to check out the link in the comment section and check out my Art of MV blog on IG and YouTube, as I just cover everything and write about everything I like about the Rolling MV series. So this is a cool day to actually put this invite out there. So the MV series is really underrated and misunderstood, and I want to start a conversation about it, or I want to continue a conversation about it. So this is the MV1 Verse Lab to my right, and this sitting front and center is the MV8000. Both, I'm feeling really special about both of these today. So this one just got a long awaited firmware update that everybody in the community has been asking for. Where is the update? Roland had updated the MC series a couple of times. The SP404, which came out after this, the Mark II, that came out after this one came out, has had several firmware updates, and lots of people selling off their MVs, man, and getting upset and thinking Roland had abandoned the project like they thought they abandoned this one. But they made a cool update today. They gave us the phonograph from this one, the SP phonograph effect with an exciter, with JD multi, and also a undo and redo button, which wasn't present on there, and a bunch of other cool features. Oh, a sound randomizer. So they did a nice little update on that today. So cool for the MV community. As you can see, I got mine hooked up where I'm about to do the update via USB, so I don't mess nothing up. The cool thing about the MV8000 today, when I thought about it, is that in in a couple of months, in about 3 months, the MV8000 will be 20 years old. 2003 this thing came out. In 2023 it'll be 20 years old. So I'm gonna make a bunch of videos that kind of detail what I like about this thing leading up to the 20th birthday, starting with this little bit of knowledge I'm imparting to anybody who bear to listen, or who anybody who wants to up your MV game. So there's a few things inside the MV that make it undervalued, and this is why I say undervalued, is because basically, if you see these for less than $800, these are I would even beg to offer, if you have the MV OP1 and the all the bells and whistles, if you see these for less than 1,000, you need to pick it up, because this thing has an effects processor inside it that is just awesome. I mean, it's like a 25 rack effects module with all the clever and well sought after Roland effects bottled up into one. So I'm going to highlight the three effects and features that I think deserve looking at, and one effect that is asked about, but I just don't think that is explained in depth that much. So, of the three, the number one I'm going to hip you to, or think that you should check out, is the RSS delay module on here. It's a psychoacoustic delay that has so much potential. Once you get inside and see the blocks that I'm talking about, you'll definitely see why this one is underrated. It has a lot going on as far as your control of the dynamics, the stereo pan delay, front and back, the tempo sync, and all of those kind of things is on display at that one. So that it'd be at the top that you should check out, that I'm not going to display here, but that you should check out. The second set of features are not effects as much as they are mastering presets. So lots of people run their software and their hardware through other units like SPs. Um, Analog heat is one of them. I see people running their gear through to add some extra punch or some extra saturation or some distortion or whatever. But you have the means inside of your MV to do all that. And one of the ways to add warmth to a final product is to run it through the mastering suite in the MV. Upload it as a WAV file via USB. I know it's boring, but upload it as a WAV file and then master it under the phono and the cassette presets. You'll be amazed at the warmth that this thing is going to whip on that thing. And then the third feature that you must check out are the shuffle templates. The shuffle templates can give you all kind of authenticity to your drum patterns, no matter what kind of drum patterns you're making. All it really does is it makes a play on the velocity and the swing feature depending on where your one is in that song. And it's a real interesting thing, but it's tedious. You're not gonna you don't want to do it in the middle of making beats. You want to learn to use it and then incorporate it into your beat making. But it's something that you ain't gonna find nowhere else that's just on the MV that you just gotta check out. And then the final thing is something that people ask about a lot about the MV8000. So a lot of times the MV8000 gets knocked around for not having the output or the knock factor that the MPC is known for. The MPC is known for some kind of boost at the output signal that people think the MV doesn't has, but that's a myth. That's wrong. That's not true. So what the MV actually does is it pretty much it leaves you with headroom because people don't realize that the MV is a production studio. It's just not just a simple beat machine. So it's made for to produce the entire project. So they expect you to do a little bit of gain staging. It's going to get louder. So when you're listening back, you don't want to blow your speakers and have everything already at the ceiling. So they tone it down in the presets for you, right? But if you want to say turn up your sounds from 100 to 127, of course things are going to get louder. But there's also a way to make it knock at the end by just simply moving around your M effects to the output or the input. Check out what I'm talking about. So the MV has an effects processor that this one, pull it up real quick. So that is the MFX stereo dynamics processor. It has 4 blocks: the compressor, the enhancer, the EQ with a peak and a shelf, and the noise suppressor. All those are made to affect the dynamics, especially of your drums. You can create a really awesome drum bus and just run your drums through that and then mix it in with the beat, or you can apply it to the input if you got a drum break coming in from another piece of gear and apply it to the input, or on the listen back, like what I usually do, set you a nice little preset and save it, and then use that as your listen back. So it affects the processing that you hear. If it make you, produce better or make you feel the beat more, then add a little girth to the beat by running it through the stereo dynamics processor. It's an awesome tool, and it's definitely the one that Mike Acosta is talking about when he says you can add some knock to your MV. I use it all the time, and I would definitely check that out if I had an MV. Well, I do have an MV, and it's something I use a lot. So if you're not aware of that, definitely go and give that a check out, right? And that's all I have for today as far as that's concerned. Do me a favor, let me know what you thought of this in the comment section, and if you want to see more MV content like this and on the MV1 Verse Lab as well, check out my page, The Art of MV, on IG and YouTube. Peace.